Hello from Gardening at Dwensa here in Ireland, and it's a very stormy day out there, so I'm not going out to do any work in the garden. I thought instead I'd give you an update on the seedlings I'm growing, the orchid seedlings. Let's have a look at them. My goodness, did you see the state of that out there? It's absolutely mental. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a little update on the seedlings I'm growing. Some long-term subscribers may recall that I bought a number of seedlings 2 years ago and potted them up, and well, really I haven't revisited them with you since then, so I thought we'd come back today and see how my seedlings are doing and how I'm keeping it these days. Now, as you can see, I've taken to keeping my seedlings in a glass bowl. If I had a taller one, I'd use that, but this is the tallest one I have, so that's what I'm doing. I've got some clay pebbles at the bottom, and I keep a little bit of water down there. So basically it acts really as a way of keeping the humidity on these very small plants. Oh my goodness, can you hear that weather in the background? I hope my voice isn't drowned out. And with the seedlings, I've also taken to using a bit of sphagnum with them. Now in this particular case, I've top dressed it with a lot of sphagnum, and in these others I have used the sphagnum in the mix. Mostly I use sphagnum in the mix, whether it's Cattleya or anything else. Maybe the next thing to do is take a dive in and have a look at these seedlings. And the first ones here are the same, this one there and that one there, and these are ones I bought from Orchids and More. That's the cross, and I bought them April 2 years ago, and they were supposed to be 3 years from flowering size. Now this one is particularly runtish looking. It's got a new growth there, and this one here is doing better. There were originally 5 of them, but I swapped off 3, and so now I'm left with 2. Right, so yeah, it's doing well, but well, I don't think we're anywhere near flowering yet. This cross here was bought in October 2015, so a year and a bit ago, and it's a cross with purpurata, rex and warscewiczii, so it might be something quite interesting in time. Now, this was a swap given to me by my friend Tina. She originally bought this and swapped one of the seedlings to me. It was supposed to be 2 years from flowering size, but I doubt it seriously. There we go. Now, the story with this one was that Tina got the seedlings in the post all as one clump in a pot, and she was terrified to divide them. So when I went down to visit her, she got me to divide them for her, and it was a terrible job. I think I took at least an hour to kind of dunking them in water and easing them apart until eventually I managed to divide them up. And Tina gave me one of the seedlings and I took it home, this one here, and when I took it out of my bag to pot it up, what happened? But one of the pseudobulbs just fell off. I'd actually gotten 2 seedlings, one of which was just a single pseudobulb, so I ended up with just 2 pseudobulbs. Well, okay, it's a seedling, so the minimum division amount doesn't really apply in this case. But I was very disappointed after spending the hour at it. Anyway, there's new growth. Yeah, it's doing okay, but not going to flower anytime soon. This little plant here is Angraecum equitans, which Tina gave me September last year. And this isn't so much a seedling as a mini. Now, if we look in close here, you can see that the roots are actually doing quite well. It's potted completely in spag, and because this is a mini, who knows when it might flower. So I look forward to that. Oh, let's try not to drop them and break them as we go. Now we're looking at Restrepia dodsonii, which Archie gave me in April last year, was it? And it's potted completely in sphagnum, and because it's a Restrepia and they do need that extra humidity, it's in here. It was originally a keiki, I think. I don't know if the plant is supposed to be small or how far it might be from flowering, but it's doing well in here. Now originally I had all of these seedlings in the plant room, but I installed a fan there this year for the first time, well, just autumn gone, but I'm not yet used to the fan, and what I did find was the seedlings were drying out terribly quickly and desiccating almost. So I've moved my seedlings out of the plant room and I have them upstairs now. So we'll just cross over here now and have a look at two more that I have in separate glass vases. And this one here is a Epidendrum. Let's see if we can lift it out. It's Epidendrum Marmoratum, and I got it September last year from Elsner. I went in on a friend's order and got this. This one is supposedly 2 years from flowering size. I don't know, it might be. But oh my goodness, the flowers on this are just amazing. I came across this plant for the first time in Madeira last year in the Boa Vista nursery, and oh, tiny little cute little flowers, but so lovely. And I'm going to put a picture in now so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I know, absolutely adorable. I was just gutted when I was at the orchid nursery in Madeira that they didn't have it for sale, and I wanted to find a flowering size one for sale, of course, but ended up getting that seedling in the end. But you know, so it goes. And the next thing we're looking at is a Laelia that I got from Anna Maria from Miracle Orchids, and she sent this to me last autumn. It's actually a miniature, so it may not be as far from flowering as we may think. This little baby is called Dayana, and it's a coerulea, so it'll have some blue on it eventually. And it has such a cute shape. Look at, there's a nice new growth coming here. And this one here behind is also a new growth that isn't quite yet matured, so it's doing quite well. That mark you see on the leaf was sunburn that happened at Anna Maria's end, but well, you know, I don't worry about sunburn on orchids at all. So it's doing really quite well, and I just keep it in here in this glass jar just to give it that extra bit of humidity, and it seems to appreciate it. And the final seedlings I want to show you are these two here. Now these are Cattleya Rex, and they came as a clump in the one pot from Orchids and More in April 2015, so a year and a bit ago, coming up to 2 years ago. Now I divided them out, and you can see there was quite a difference between the different seedlings in that pot. This one here has done really well and was presumably originally taller than the other one, and this one has done less well. But there were originally 5 of them, and I swapped off 3 of them. The big one I have my eye on, of course, because goodness knows when this will come into flowering size. Yeah, it could be soonish. It needs a pot on. And let me see, there's a new pseudobulb there. Do you see? Can I point to it? I can't point to it. New pseudobulb just starting there. There is one I rotted off previously, so you know, well, it's not been all plain sailing, but I'm very pleased with that. Now it was supposedly 3 years from flowering size. The 2 of them were supposedly 3 years from flowering size, and they came in the same package as the warscewiczii ones, that one and that one that we just looked at a moment ago, that are also supposedly 3 years from flowering size. So well, you know, what can I say? I mean, warscewiczii is meant to be an enormous plant, so presumably its seedlings would be more vigorous than a Cattleya Rex, but you know, what do you know? You have to trust the nurseries in the end. Anyway, that's all I have for you at the moment. Just thought I'd give you a little update on what's going on with these seedlings. And yeah, so that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.